Hi everybody, welcome to another YDF Live show. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of YourDigitalFormula.com, a program to help you become the influencer that you are. I've got my co-host with me today, Maria Flynn. She's going to be joining us in just a wee second. Okay, so we've got Maria Flynn on. Maria Flynn is the owner of the page YDFLive, also the owner of the blog YDFLive.com, where she brings together hundreds of coaches from around the world to give you amazing information as well. So definitely check that out, YDFLive.com. She's got over 240,000 followers on a Facebook page, and she's also the co-creator of Mojo Mastery with the amazing Lauren Jono as well. So welcome to today's show, Maria.
You. Come on, energy. I was just saying, I love Friday because I love the energy. We go from our meeting in the morning that starts bright and early, at least for me, and it's just this crescendo effect. And then we do this, and it's always fun to connect with everybody.
Yeah, it's cool because we talk for about an hour and a half every Friday morning just about business stuff and what we're doing, and it's all about kind of the webinars that we're doing, the live training that we're doing just now. So it's good. It's a good laugh, but it's also getting business done as well. It's kind of serious stuff as well, but it's a good laugh as well. Always enjoy it. And I missed you last week because you weren't there last week. You were on holiday. How selfish of you to go on holiday, I thought, but you have to go take a break sometimes. But no, it's good. I enjoy Friday mornings.
The holiday was awesome. I mean, we did do a little bit of work during the holiday as well, but it was good. Life is good, and I don't want to escape or you did a nice introduction about who I am. I want to take a moment to also introduce you and give you props for everything that you're doing, because we do get new people in the audience every so often. They need to know who you are.
This is true. I keep forgetting about that, yeah.
Yeah, so for everybody that's watching and that's new especially, this is the brilliant Stephen Aitchison. He is the Facebook page owner of Change Your Thoughts that has over 3.5 million followers right now. Is that correct? I haven't looked lately, but it grows and it grows rapidly. He's also the creator of Your Digital Formula, which is where you're watching him right now on this Facebook page, Your Digital Formula, which is an amazing program that till this day I'm just so grateful for, because it's what's helped my own business grow and my online presence grow. And if it's one thing that I really love about Stephen is that he has this vision about so many, not just online entrepreneurs, but those change makers out there, the people that want to share their message, use social media to help others, serve others, teach others, train others. This is a massive platform that isn't going away. And you, sir, are proof in the pudding, because there are so many digital marketers out there. All of them are good in their own way, but you practice what you preach. You not only created Your Digital Formula, you use Your Digital Formula and everything you teach there for yourself. And this is why you have, across all your Facebook pages, over 5 million followers. So, round of applause for Stephen Aitchison.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, thanks for that intro. I really appreciate it. We have in the house just now, I'll just give a few shout outs. Chip McKinn is in the house. Ritu Ganecker is in the house as well. Howard Mann, welcome to you, buddy. Corey Maurice is in. Anne Dennison Dunn. Becky Case. Kimberly D. Mann. I don't know why I say it like that. Kimberly D. Mann. It's weird. Anyway, Min C is in. Met Brochette, Julie Warwick is in the house, Stephen Green, Linda Enlow, and I said Kimberly as well. So we've got a few people in just now. Mary Ann Baker's just joined us. So this is Q&A day today. If you've got any questions about online business, about email marketing, blog marketing, any type of marketing, webinars, our business, the way we run it, business mindset, product ideas, product creation, anything at all, put a Q in the box with your question and we will get back to you with the answer. Hopefully, if we don't know the answer, we'll just say we don't know. I'm just going to be totally honest. Say, I haven't a clue. I'll get back to you on that when I can, and I will do. So we've no questions at the moment. So I thought we'd take a wee minute to talk about what we're doing just now.
Sure.
So we're doing the live training just now. And is it fair to call it a kind of testing phase just now with the live training? Because we've done the live training before and it's really good, but we're now looking to ramp it up kind of big time, get more people in. So we're kind of almost in the testing phase just now.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and it's good because what we're doing every week, we're tweaking the webinar every week. like today we spoke about some major changes on the webinar, what it's going to look like to make it more visually appealing, because we realise there's great content in there, but it's not as visually appealing. Yeah. So that's one thing we're going to change for the live training for next week. We've also changed over to the new Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam has been updated, and you've done the back-end work for that, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. Lots of fun changes. I like, actually, it's easier to look at, and I am grateful that they have finally updated the notification section of their Webinar Jam configurations that you do. So much easier to use. So much easier to use. Good.
So we're changing that as well, but we don't know how that's going to work, so I'm going to test that after the YDFLive. So I need to test that. And we're gearing up for YDF Arizona as well. Have you done your talk? Do you know what you're going to be talking about, or are you still working on that?
I do know what I'm going to talk about. You know, I am very spiritually centered, and I actually had a great coaching session yesterday with one of our newest YDF members who joined from our webinar a couple weeks ago, and somebody who I actually really admire because they have great mindset. And they're in there because they need to learn the social media part, the Facebook part, like how did this stuff work? But I love that he knows so much about mindset. He's written also for One Wise Life as well. But we were talking yesterday about how amazing this digital world is. And I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that everybody, when they've aligned themselves to purpose, can also profit and be an online entrepreneur in some way. This digital world has opened up the gates for everybody to do something at any age. At any age. I mean, we see kids doing it right now.
Exactly. And I think once you find something like this in your life, a purpose in your life, and you become good at it, and you educate yourself naturally, you just want to know as much as you can about it. And that's what I've done with Facebook, and I'm starting to do with Facebook ads, which is a different animal altogether. But once you learn about it, I think and I feel it's kind of our duty to kind of pass that knowledge on to other people, whether you kind of charge for it or whether you're building up your Facebook page and doing a live show and stuff like that, or videos or whatever. It's up to yourself. But I think it's our duty to pass that knowledge on to other people who want to have that knowledge. And I don't think it's unreasonable to kind of charge for that knowledge as well. If it's helping, it's going to make them more business in some way. You can't put a price on changing somebody's life. You cannot put a price on that. So if you're charging $97 for a product, as life is worth it. And that's what I think we should all be kind of doing as product creators and knowledge sharers. If you come from the heart center space, so much the better as well. So I really do think we have a duty to kind of do that as well.
Yeah, everybody's got something that they can share and help the world in some way. And you're right, it's almost irresponsible to hold it in, right? Yeah.
Not just for making money, as I said, it's not just it's just for helping as many people as you can in the world, and that's what the YDF program's all about, just to grow your presence online. And it's up to you to the knowledge that you're sharing online as well, because I do believe everybody's got knowledge to share. But so not to...
There's a little window of what I'm going to talk about. So it will align with passion and purpose as well as profit, because they can all line up together. Is that your phone going off?
It's my phone going off. I'm just trying to turn it off. I have to put in a passcode, then I have to put in a symbol. And, right, it's off now.
All right, so today's Q&A day, and while Stephen and I are sitting here bantering, please take advantage that you have both of us here for the next 30 minutes, and we can answer your questions about anything online, business, email, branding, whatever, funnels, whatever questions you have, webinars, if that's something that you're into too. Gosh, I've been doing webinars even before I met you, Stephen. I am the configurer of webinars. That's something I definitely know about. So if this is something that's interesting to you, please ask those questions, take advantage, because we will dive in swiftly to answer those for you and to get you going and get you moving. Because again, we feel good when other people are successful. Both you and I get such a, you and I, part of the things that we discuss is how well people are doing. Like, I love sharing good news with you. When I see a YDF member just take off or do something, I love sharing that.
No, it's brilliant, because when you see it on Wednesday as well in the YDF, the secret group that we've got as well, when you see the successes on the Wednesday as well, I love kind of going in to see that as well, which is brilliant. That's probably the best day of the week to go in and check. I'll probably check on a Thursday or a Friday morning when I'm doing the Q&A. But no, I love seeing that on the Wednesday as well. Now, I don't know if the comments have stuck here, Maria.
Oh no!
Just type in a yes if you can. If you can type in a comment. Just type in yes just now. Just to give us an idea that the kind of comments are working, not stuck just now.
All right, sorry about that. I was just refreshing. Can you still hear me?
I think there's something wrong with the comments. Oh no, Howard Manson, yeah. There's a few people, Laurie Emmett, Julie Warwick, Howard Manson, yeah. No, that's fine. I thought they were stuck there for a second, but they're obviously not.
Can you hear me?
Quite cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so any questions? Or if not, it's going to be extremely short show today.
Sure.
No questions.
All right, so while we're doing this testing phase, let's talk about Arizona too. I mean, I know I'm going to talk about passion, purpose, and profit. I'm super, super stoked to finally bring these two worlds together over there in Arizona, where we can not just help people and their entrepreneurial side, but that we're bringing this bigger mindset concepts and strategies that will apply to both their personal growth as well as their business growth. Thank you for agreeing to do this pod, especially for a lot of the YDF members, and thank you for agreeing to open it up to the public to come join us. Yeah,
I think it's going to be good. It's going to be a good one, but no matter, we were going to do a big, kind of huge event, but then we thought, no, we'll just make it smaller, because we can get some one-on-one time, we can talk to people directly, and we can give them more attention. So that was the whole idea behind the YDF pods. So it'd be me coming to different parts of the world. But again, this is in testing phase. We don't know if this is going to work or not. But we've got some brilliant content that we're going to share. Myself, Maria, and Lauren Jono. So we've got some amazing content that's really going to be worthwhile. Plus, you can get to go with us to the growth event as well, and you can get the tickets for $97 instead of $297 if you sign up for YDF Arizona. I'll put the link up there, www.ydfarizona.com, and that'll take you over to the page. If you want to join us in Arizona on October the 17th, one day only, then you can join us going to the Growth Conference as well, which is going to be fabulous. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
I went to that last year, and it's
yeah, I remember you saying.
The reason why I'm going back a second year, because it is that good. The things that I learned are things that I'm still applying today. The journal that I wrote with all the notes of the things that I learned are things that I still refer to back today. And you know what? They started that event. I remember they started that event, and they specifically said the things you're going to be learning are things you're going to be referring to. And you know, you start an event, you're like, yeah, whatever. But I was super note taker, and every time something comes up, I remember that I learned something about solution-oriented thinking or how to move through whatever struggle. I have the notes on the processes that they were teaching. Loved that event. So I'm excited that we're going to be doing both.
It's going to be a good one. And I got a ticket last year as well, but I just couldn't make it because you got me the ticket, didn't you? Was it Lauren or yourself who got me the ticket? I just couldn't make it last year, so I was dying to get to this year's one, and we're going, and we're incorporating YDF Arizona as well. So I've just taken the link down. Howard Mann is saying, I like the smaller venue. I think the smaller venue is going to be much better. To be honest, Howard, as I said, it's going to be much more intimate. We can get more one-on-one time, and we can talk to you directly if you've got any questions as well. There's always kind of Q&As there as well. So yeah. I think that's why the pods are going to be really good.
And we have it set up specifically so, you know, Howard, bring your laptop. If there's something that you need help with, you know, technically as well, you've got us both there that can help you with that. I mean, that's the whole idea of making it just this more intimate setting, because not only can we talk about the bigger concepts, we can also talk about the specific things that, you know, small things that, you know, might take 30 seconds for Stephen or myself to solve and get you rolling. So take advantage of that. And the questions are rolling in, and Miss Lori Emmett. Hello, Miss Lori.
Hello.
She is saying, have you done much testing with Facebook lead ads? I've heard good things. Whoa, there you go. I've heard good things about results, but do they tend to cost more than the standard ads? Also, is it still the case that you have to manually import your leads into your autoresponder?
It's still the case unless you sign up with somebody like Addis. So Addispresso instead of going onto the Facebook Ads Manager, you would do all your ads through them, but you have to pay for that service. And when you get it automatically imported into there as well, or your autoresponder. But when you're doing it through Facebook for the lead ads, you have to manually kind of download them and upload them to your autoresponder, which is not a big deal because, the first part of your question, it is cheaper for the lead ads. I've found in the past, tested it recently. I'm diving deep into the Facebook ads just now, but I've not tested it recently with lead ads. But it definitely was cheaper when I tried it a few months ago. Just to test it out, it was about 6-7 months ago. I tested it out, and you still have to download them manually and upload them to your autoresponder, unless you've got a program do it all for you, like Addispresso or something like that. So yeah, I do find it will be cheaper, and I've not tested it with the. That's another thing that's on the books, on the cards to test with the webinars, just to see how that goes. But it'll be interesting to per registrant, and about $20 per registrant. Probably bring that down to about $12 per registrant. For the lead ads, I reckon it would have, to be honest, but I need to do more tests in there, Laurie. So it's all about the numbers. There's no point in saying I got 4 people registered, 1 person bought, because the numbers are just not that high to say that is a fantastic result. You need hundreds of kind of people before you can really works or not. But it is something I'll be testing for the webinars as well, Laurie. But yeah, I found it cheaper in the past, much cheaper, probably half the cost of a normal lead. But we'll see how that goes when I'm doing it for the webinars as well.
And also, Laurie, you're a YDF member, you're a Braveheart, so I know Stephen has said the moment that everything, when he has everything put together and he has all the information on point, that's all going to be shared with the YDF members over there. It'll probably be in addition to the YDF modules. Yes? Yeah,
it's going to be called YDF Advertising. So we've got YDF kind of mindset, platform, business. So be another called YDF. So we'll do that as well. We'll get that added for free. It'll be a free update for the YDF tribe members. So we've got one in there just now. I thought about that actually. We've got one in there just now about the Facebook Pixel, how to set it up. So I'll move that from the business section, put it into the YDF advertising section, and I'll get a Kickstarter for it.
Now you keep cutting out on me on my end. I don't know if anybody else is. Natasha's saying it's choppy today. Is it choppy just when you hear Stephen, or just me, or both of us? I'm getting the bulk of what you're saying, so it's not awful. But I just wanted to let you know that it is a little bit choppy. In and out.
Right. Okay.
And while you're checking on that, we'll go on to the next question from Julie Warwick. And Julie's asking, please walk me through doing a Facebook Live. Do you book a length of time? How does this work? What is the best camera? Trust your iPad or phone? Great questions. And I have to start out by saying that every single one of those questions, Julie, is actually answered in a program that Stephen and I put together called Your Brilliant Facebook Live System. So I'm going to put a link up to that for you, where it gives you everything step-by-step, modules, lighting, camera, if you want to use software, if you want to use your phone, how to look at the data, how it works, the whole thing. But to quickly answer your question, you can pick up your phone, go to your Facebook page, and just click live, and there you go. I mean, you can just walk and talk, or put your phone up, or do whatever you want. But that's all you need to do to just get going, is just to click that button on your iPhone, and you will go live to your page. What is the best? How does this work? Well, that's how that works, and I think you can even now. It's across all throughout globally that you can even use your laptop camera now. Yes.
Yeah, you can use it on your laptop as well, or your computer as well.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got that. The best camera, I have a Logitech C920, I think is what it is.
Yeah, you got that one.
Yeah, it's a great little camera. If you go on Amazon, I do this all the time, and I just put like best podcast camera, best podcast mic, and there you go. I use a Yeti mic for my microphone, but again, people start out with these. I mean, these work just as well. You put these little headphones on. Depends on where you are, but even the mic on your own laptop as well will work if you're using your laptop to go in. And just your iPad or your phone, either one. I pick the newer one, is what I would say. The newer one will probably have your best camera on it. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
No, I'd say that was it just now, because it is really easy to set up. There's different levels of doing a Facebook Live, so you're probably going in at level 1 if you're just going to be using your phone and using the microphone from your phone. The second level up from that is using your phone, but you've got specialist equipment to hold your camera, to plug a proper microphone in. That'll be level 2. Level 3 is when we're talking about using a specialist software like Wirecast, and you've got your HT camera kind of set up as well with that. And level 4, where you've kind of got a production studio as well, that'd be the level 4 kind of that we're talking about. So going at level 1, just click on your phone, go live, and just test it out, Julie. I think that's the best thing to do. And I think you'll already have access to the brilliant Facebook Live system because you're a YDF Tribe member. So you should have access to that already. I believe it just depends when you came in, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully you've got access to that as well, Julie.
That Julie was in there. So yeah, that is already yours. It's all in there. And I even give lighting and makeup tips as well.
Yeah. Everybody always see. We did the brilliant Facebook Live system, so we've got about 10 video system. I've done all the videos, and when I go in and see if there's any comments, there's no comments on mine, my videos, but all on Maria's because she's done a bloody and stuff like that. All the comments are on there. I'm going, what the hell? But there you go.
Well, I think it's because I make fun of myself too, Stephen, because I show them what it's like when you have bad lighting, and I actually put bad lighting on myself, and I make myself look like I'm 100.
No, they are good videos.
So I was daring enough to make myself look really bad just from bad lighting versus really, what good lighting does. And it's not hard. So there you go, Julie. It's all in there. I hope that answers your question. And then Stephen Green has a question. He says, I have multiple certifications: fitness, holistic, life coaching, master health, and wellness, and currently working on results coaching and sleep science. Ooh, how do I brand myself as, or each individual on its own? Thank you.
Oh, Stephen, that is a really tough one to brand yourself on all of those. I would pick one you're most interested in, really kind of most interested in, you've got the most specialist kind of knowledge in, and brand yourself as that person. And then when you brand yourself as kind of, say, the fitness expert, for example, you can then build up your Facebook page, and then on your email list, you can just say, listen, I've got these other programs if you're interested as well, because I'm specialist. You could do it that way, but to brand yourself as 10 different kind of specialists and 10 different niches, it's going to be really difficult. So even pick 2 or 3. I would say max would be 2. I would probably, max would be 3. I'll probably go for 2 if you really want to do it. But starting out, I'd pick 1 because really your product suite as well, and focus on that for a while. Still do your other stuff if you're going to do blogging as well, and that you're doing. So you've got your fitness, you've got your stress management, weight loss. You could have a blog that incorporates categories, and then if you've got products in each of those, you could use a blog post as ways to get people into your kind of email list for the different lists that you're going to build up for each of the different niches. Convoluted, but I hope that helps. About focus on one for your Facebook page. Use your blog for categories for all the others. Start selling products using your blog as well. Build up your email. I hope that helps, Stephen.
Yeah, I was able to track with you even with the choppiness.
Is it still choppy? Yeah.
Yeah, it is choppy. So if there's something you didn't catch in there, by all means, feel free to ask again if you need clarity on anything.
It was just me.
Let's see. Yeah, Steve is still cutting in and out, is what Myra is saying.
Bugger.
Julie's saying, I like your big mic, Maria, on Owl. Yeah, that's the big Yeti mic. It is a professional mic. I think it was $90, I think. And then I bought the little foam thing to put over it so that your voice sounds better. It's not so, it gives you that good sound quality. All right, Chris Collier is saying, an inexpensive tripod would be helpful and is at the top of my list of must-have. Such a good point. And I'm going to add to that, if I may, for just a few seconds. I was actually coached on how to do video for online video and modules. And I'm just going to take a few minutes for all those that are interested about doing Facebook Lives to just kind of point out that the more still the camera is, the better. I know people like to do the walking and talking, you know, like they're just kind of holding the camera and just kind of, every once in a while, that's cool. But if that's how you do your live all the time, think about the viewer. And Stephen teaches this all the time in Merging with the Formula. Whether you're doing a blog, whatever you're doing, to always think about who's receiving this on the other end. And imagine if I had to tune in every day to your Facebook Live show, and every day you're doing this, and you're just kind of bouncing and walking, and I can't keep track. You're fading in and out because your Wi-Fi's, you know, whatever. It's just not comfortable to watch that. And when you have a tripod and your camera still, make sure that it's right in front of you so that I can look at you. I'm not, you know, looking down at you. I'm not looking up at you. We're having a conversation, you and I. We're looking eye to eye. That's how people like to be talked with. I don't like to be talked down to. I don't like to be talked at. So just those are like those little subtle ways that communication happens. And then also, too, that your background isn't distracting. And the more you can get your camera focused in on your face so they can hear what you have to say without the distraction of what's going on in the background, all the better. That way people can hear your message and really resonate with what you're all about. All right, just a few things in there. Julie Warwick says, great advice, Maria. Thank you. And it's all in the Facebook Live system. That and more is in there. But that's just a stuff that we talk about in there.
But the lighting is good. If you've got good lighting and you've got even a kind of mediocre camera as well, it's going to be good. So if you can get 3-point lighting as well, just to make it a wee bit more professional. And 3-point lighting is where you've got lights kind of 30-degree angle at the side of you, one on the top of your head, and that would create a great look, a more professional look. Even on an iPhone or an Android phone as well, that would make it look much more better than what it was. And plus standing still on the tripod, like Maria was saying there as well. So that would really help as well.
What is your opinion of that ring light? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I suppose it's okay. It's not what I would use. To be honest, I would use kind of 3-point lighting if I was doing it. But although the natural lighting is relatively good, it depends on the camera you use as well. But when I'm using the HD camera, I've got the kind of cowboy lighting. It's called cowboy lighting turned on, and it's just kind of soft lights that I've got set up. And it's only 2 points because I'm right in the corner kind of the room as well. But to be honest, Maria, I know you've kind of used it, or you use it, don't you?
No, I don't use it. I have mine's old school. Like mine is really old. Like when I started doing this, maybe a long time ago. So I need to update. I was actually really impressed with your soft lighting in your office, and I came home wanting to do that here. And my office just isn't big enough at this point.
Yeah.
So some changes that are coming are very possibly moving into another room that's bigger and hanging the soft lighting so it's not on the floor. So it's going to take a little bit of construction and finagling, but ultimately I know where video is going, and I know it's important to invest in in what it takes to have a good video, because our attention span is changing.
It is changing rapidly.
Yeah. Julie is saying, I actually like your darker, closer up live, Stephen. You sometimes do late at night.
Yeah, sometimes I go on just using the camera. And I think from scenarios there, Julie, that's a good point you brought up. So when you're doing a kind of show like this, I think it should be more professional, because we're trying to come across as professional. We've got a professional program for professional people, i.e. the YDF, the Your Digital Formula program. But when you want to be a wee bit more intimate, I think it's good to have the phone and just do pop-up lives as well. So I've done a few pop-up lives that Julie's talking about there. And it's just kind of using the camera on my phone or the laptop. And it's kind of darker, the light is not there and stuff like that as well. But that makes it more real as well. So it's quite good from that point of view. And I think that's to get closer to people, to get more intimate with people as well. So I think that's a good idea as well. Say again?
Is that the one that you do in the group?
Yeah, so I started doing some in the group. It was early in the morning for me. It was about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And there's some I've done late at night as well. Late at night, my kind of side as well, just a couple. So I think that's what Joe was talking about.
Yeah.
So it's quite cool.
Oh, cool. Are you going to do more of those in that group?
Well, I'd done it for a week to test it, but I think there was only about 5 people on when I was on. So I thought there's no point if I'm not getting the people and if it's not going to help people, and that's in the Grow Your Followers group as well. So I didn't see the point in continuing because I was just going to get up every morning, do a live when I was working. Yeah. But I found I can't do the live when I'm working because I'm concentrating on what the people are asking or what they're saying or whatever, so I can't work. So I thought, is it going to be worth my time? Is it going to be worth their time to watch it? And I didn't think so, to be honest. So I'll just do pop-up lives when I'm going to do it.
And if you're not a part of that Grow Your Followers group, by the way, everyone who's here, if you want to continue to learn more from Stephen, this is a free group that both of us run. But it's an opportunity for you to learn and to share some of your things as well. I run a thread Monday through Friday where it gives you an opportunity to share your work and share what's going on. And then you'll catch wind of these Q&As as well and any trainings that we have going. So I'll post a link for the group so that you can join us there.
Right, I just posted that there just now.
Oh, thank you. Kyan Howland is saying, one of the highest views when I sang and played guitar was with a candle lit. Well, there you go. Nicely done.
Yeah, it's going to work sometimes. It's going to work sometimes, not all the time. If you're trying to, especially if you've got a business program or personal development program, I think it has to be a wee bit higher end. But when you're doing pop-up lives like that, yeah, they can definitely work, Kyan. So that's good that you got that.
Yeah. Again, always keep the viewer in mind. Always keep the viewer in mind. And I always want, my viewers love that steady schedule. They know that it's at 9:30 in the morning. They know, when you start to remove the other distractions that go around behind you, then they're there for the message. They're there for the connection. They're there for the reasons that you want to start building community and tribe, which is very important to do online. Versus, the happenstance every so often.
Yeah.
Running around. I mean, I think the only person who can really get away with it, though, is John Kim. I don't know if anybody follows
I knew you were going to say him.
Yeah, I still laughed at that day that he was literally walking at 5 in the morning. It's pitch dark in LA, and he didn't want to hold the phone anymore while he was doing his live, and he put the phone in his pocket, and he kept talking. But it was a brilliant live. He doesn't do it all the time. I'm sure if he did that every day, people would not tune in because people like to look at John Kim. But it was funny. It was a good live. And people stuck with him. Julie Warwick says, love our tribe. Aw, yes.
Oh, thank you, Julie.
Great tribes. Any more questions out there? So far, really great questions. You have us for a few more minutes before we take off. Julie says, John Kemp really is hilarious. He is. He is.
Yeah, he doesn't care as well. He just kind of speaks his mind as well. That's what I like about John. He swears. He gets naked sometimes. He's just really funny.
He posts pictures of himself in his underwear. He's got, this is the business, and then party in the bottom, business on the top. Because this is the brilliant part of being an online entrepreneur is that, you just move away from the uncomfortableness of the things that just drag you down, I think, when going to an office day in and day out. And I talked to you about this when we were doing the webinar. I mean, it was my holiday, but we still had to do the webinar. That was a commitment that we made with each other, and it was on the schedule. And I was at the beach in the morning. It was time for the webinar or the live training. I throw a towel on, I go in, I do my thing, get it all together, run smoothly, back out on the beach again. And I'm like, this is what it is to be.
This is a life.
Purposefully. I had fun doing the live training with you. I enjoy that. I enjoy the connection, answering the questions, doing the teaching, doing all of that. And as much as I enjoy going right back out to the beach again, that's just awesome. It's just life, it's a good life. Let's see. Dara is here. Hello, Miss
Dara. How you doing?
She says, good morning. Glad to see you both. Glad to see you here. Thank you for joining.
Good to have you here, Dara.
Nice
wee surprise.
Yeah, that is a nice surprise. Myra says, I love that authenticity. It works every time. It never fails you, no matter what you're doing. It works in business as much as it works in your personal life.
I think that's one of the big things we kind of teach in YDF program as well, is not how to be authentic, because being authentic is just being yourself. That's what authenticity. Months ago, I shared this on a live. That somebody was charging. There was a coach that was charging $10,000 teaching you how to be authentic. I thought, what Be yourself, for Christ's sake. Why would you give somebody 10 grand, $10,000 to teach you to be yourself? So that's what it's about, just being yourself. Couldn't believe that.
But maybe somebody, there's something for everybody.
She's probably a brilliant coach as well. She's probably excellent.
Huh?
She's probably a brilliant coach at what she does and teaching what she does as well. So
who knows? I love Marietta Bursey's comment. I don't want to miss it. And I'm going to try to pronounce your last name, Marietta Bursey Snetzinger. I hope I did that correctly. She says, "Never been a better time to be an entrepreneur."
Definitely.
High five, fist pump. Yes. Yes. At any age.
Any age at all, whether you're 16 to whether you're any age, just 10 up to 110, it doesn't matter. This social media, amazing things, can be used for bad as well. If you focus on that, that's what you're going to find. But if you focus on the good side of social media, that's what you're going to find as well, and that's where you're going to find your tribe when you focus on the good side of social media. But you're right. There's never been a better time to be an entrepreneur, especially online. Much easier than it was 10 years ago. So much easier. And there's more and more people going self-employed and starting up their own businesses because of social media. And well, it's just an amazing time to be online. Absolutely.
Marietta is asking again, do you have a closed group? Yes. Join us over there, Marietta. Join us over there. Stephen just posted a link, but we'll go back and post a link again. I think I can, I'll reply with a message back to you when the live is over so that you can see an invitation to join us over there. And it's called Coaches Grow Your Followers.
Yeah, so the link, I just posted that as well, Marietta. So you'll be able to scroll down the comments and see that there, but I can post it again for you. I'll just post it again because I've still got the link copy.
All right. And while you're doing that, I have just a quick story to share. For me, social media, I said this in other lives before that, we grew up in an era where we recognize things the way they used to not be to the norm today. So in other words, when our parents were growing up, they probably never had microwaves in the house. And I remember the big day that the microwave came into the house and we had a microwave. And now every house comes with a microwave. It's sort of a natural progression. Same with the cell phone. It's a natural progression. We all have one. We all use one. Social media is the same. It's an extension of who we are. Social media isn't going anywhere. And people are using it in amazing ways, and to build their careers, either as an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur. And when I say any age, I really mean that. My daughter has a friend in school who graduated last year who was an artist, and she loved to draw patterns, and there was patterns in everything that she drew. She used social media to share and show her work, in addition to sharing and showing her personal style, right? She loved fashion. She put this together, had a big social media following, graduated school, went to New York. She is now designing fabrics for a major designer in New York, and that's what she's living the life. And the reason she got noticed is because how she presented herself online and her abilities, and she understood fashion, and she loved the artistry behind different patterns and florals and all that good stuff. So now she's designing those patterns on fabric.
That's brilliant. I love that. I love stories like that. When you get unusual stories like that. It's not unusual. It's when you get kind of stories like that, like the lady that kind of done knitting. She's taught people how to knit as well. Now she's making $1 million. She has a kind of Facebook page, had YouTube channels and stuff like that as well. And that's people. So you take somebody like a woman kind of knitting, that she loves doing it for the grandkids and for everybody else. And then she goes online, she starts making money from it, teaching other people. And she must be going, wow, this is amazing. All I'm doing is my passion. I'm really passionate about this, but she's making money and she's so much because of it as well. It's just, it's amazing when I hear stories like that. So love your one as well, Maria.
Yeah, passion, purpose, and profit. Whether you're an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, this digital world is available and accessible to anybody who wants to utilize it in the greatest way. And when you share your passion and purpose, you're giving joy to others. It's just
as well as yourself. As well as
yourself. And that's our 30 minutes. Actually,
Is that? Okay. Close to time there. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. Been a real pleasure, as always, to have you here, and good for your questions and some brilliant questions for all your comments as well. And special thanks to Maria Flynn, who's our co-host today. So thank you very much, Maria. Really appreciate you. And we will see you next week. Whatever you're doing, have a brilliant weekend. And namaste.
Namaste. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Take care.